everyone, and thank you for joining our fourth episode with Earth Angels Sanctuary and Learning Center. For the month of October, our lessons plan is short and sweet, but very informative. So thank you for joining us and taking the time out of your day to be here and not letting distance get in the way of your intuitive development. So let's begin. So today's lesson plan is Power of Thoughts. Well, I'll go over an introduction. Our guest speaker is Juliana Char. She's an energy practitioner who does Theta, Reiki, Blue Seraphim, and she's a teacher and a mentor. We'll go more into the lesson plan of Power of Thoughts. I'll show you techniques and exercises that you can do from your home and conclude and wrap up in our review and introduce for the month of November guest speaker and topic. So here's our interview with our guest speaker, Juliana Char. So how did I get started on my spiritual path? Well, I was alone driving down the road running errands. No music on, just being with my thoughts. I was looking at all the cars going to and fro, thinking about each of them may be doing or where they may be going and why. And I thought, this can't be it. This can't be it. This can't be the reason why we are all here. Just to sleep all night, eat lunch, go shopping, pick up the kids, go home, make dinner, eat dinner, watch TV, and then go to bed. And to start all over again in the morning. This can't be it. I began to ask myself those questions. Who am I? Why am I here? And where do I come from? And you know what? I have the answers to all three. It is possible to find these answers, and they are different for each one of us. The real question is, are you ready and willing to do what it takes? So, what is your daily routine to stay connected to all that is? I like to get up in the morning while everyone is sleeping and make some coffee or tea and take it outside with my music and oracle cards. I sit outside and feel the peace surrounding me and play some soothing music, which is usually a mantra, as I allow myself to wake up gently. Many times I close my eyes and sing along. I give thanks for another beautiful day and whatever else it is I am inspired to give thanks for in the moment. And then I begin to invite my angels and guides to come and be with me again today. Then I meditate on a sutra for the day. I have one for every day of the week and repeat it every week. And sometimes I stop meditating after I have gone through the sutra, and other times I meditate longer to reconnect and ground myself for the day. Then I play more soothing music and I do a card reading for myself with my angels and guides. This is a fun thing for us to do together. All day I activate universal energies through my entire being that has helped me emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. These energies are comprised of a collection called Blue Seraphim, founded by Ruth Renley. How do I feel about my intuitive abilities? They are a part of me. They are for me and for others only when I am asked for help. I love and adore my abilities. Any advice for children? Believe in everything, then decide what works best for you, because it's all ice cream. You just need to find out which flavors you like and focus on those. Well, Juliana, thank you so much for the interview. You did a great guest speaking and presenting your topic. The children were really into it, and as you can see as we go through our slides, why that was. It was so interactive and fun, but it really made the children think about how they think about themselves and about other people and how that affects us energetically. So let's proceed to our lesson plan. Power of thoughts. Our thoughts are powerful. What we think about ourselves and of others affects our bodies. And there is a mental, emotional, energetic, physical, and spiritual bodies. Mentally, thoughts carry a vibrations that ripple through our bodies. Emotionally, these feelings bring us up or down. Energetically, our energy creates blocks or flow by our thoughts and our feelings. Physically, our bodies become ill, healthy, or of dis-ease based on what we think and feel. And spiritually, we connect or disconnect ourselves with everyone. So some of the thoughts that could be is down here in the box. She is beautiful. they are caring, you are grateful, I am confident. Read those words and these sentences and see how those feel as they go through your body. Think about how you think about yourself mentally, how you feel about yourself emotionally, and how it feels physically. Sometimes you can feel it in your heart chakra or your heart center. And then there's those words that I am fat, he is ugly, they are mean, it's your fault. And when you say those words and sentences, see how those affect you mentally, emotionally, and physically. And that's when it starts to take an effect energetically with us, because everything is based off of vibrations, which are energy, and how it affects us spiritually. So a technique and exercise we did was the water crystal experiment with Dr. Emoto. There's a lot about him. He did a documentary on What the Bleep Do We Know, and he has many works and publishings on the water crystal experiment, which is very fascinating if you don't know about it already. So after this, if you have no idea, I would go ahead and take a look at that with your parents. It's really interesting techniques. So we've touched base on a few of these, and then Juliana has implemented some of her own. So I'll share some techniques and exercise that you can do at home. So here we have two pictures. We have the top, a picture of water, and the bottom, another picture of water. But you can see the one on the bottom forms beautiful crystals. And this one at the bottom is of love and appreciation. And the one on the top is of hate. So when we have negative vibrations, negative thoughts, and emotions, it disfigures or allows the water crystals not to form. Down here at the bottom, when we use positive intention, positive thinking, thoughts, and feelings, it forms beautiful water crystals. So what's interesting about this is, since we're all made up of water, and water is a great conductor of energy, imagine what that does in your body as these thoughts and feelings and intentions travel through about how you think about yourself and what you project to others. Our bodies do pick up this. And that's why they talk about not swimming in water, lightning, because water is a great conductor of energy. It moves it so fast. So on this slide here, I want you to connect the words to the appropriate picture of love, hate, anger, appreciation, sadness, happiness, gratitude, peace, war, and depression. So here are samples from our class, some of the pictures of the children and the words. We had them posted all around in random places, and they had to match the words to the appropriate picture, like I asked you to do the slide before. So now you can grade from the slide before and see where you lined up on yours. Another technique is the rice experiment. The jar here on the left, you can see that they labeled jars. One says thank you and I love you. The other one says I hate you and you're a fool. The one that is missing is the ignore one. So you write your intentions on the jar, and for 30 days you come down and hold the jar and say the intentions out loud to it, or meditate yourself, but you say it to the jar. At the end of 30 days, you can see the jars on the right. The results are the thank you had positive. Look at the water. It's still, it's a little murky, but it's still clear and it looks good, but the rice looks good. And the rice is kind of like basically the, like what your organs would be in your body. And the water would be like your blood. So you can see how healthy it's. On the negative, you can see the rice is moldy and dark. And the ignore, you can see it's in between the two, but still ignoring still has a negative reflection to it. So even when we ignore people, it still creates that feeling inside. And I think if you all close your eyes and touch and get in touch with your heart center and feel what an ignore would feel like, you would feel that awkwardness in there, and it wouldn't resonate and feel right. So you can even do this at home for 30 days. Take those jars and see what you come up with yourself. And I've actually done it with my kids, and it was a really fun experiment. So another technique and exercise we did was by Juliana. It's called Download or Cancel That. So you're going to listen to the sentences, and they are common thoughts or words that we hold and believe. You're going to close your eyes and feel how it sits in your heart center. Decide if you want to download it, and what I mean is keep it, or cancel that, toss out. Toss it out. So everybody close your eyes as I go through these sentences, and after I'm done saying the sentence, say download or cancel that. I enjoy spending time with my family. I'm always the last chosen. I love archery. I am worth it. I never get to do what I want. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I take back what I said. Now the interesting thing in here is that there was a tricky sentence in here. And I don't know if you guys know what it is, but I want you to close your eyes and say it with me. I'm sorry. How does that feel in your heart center? Even though the words mean what we would assume is positive, it still makes you feel sad inside, and it doesn't sit right. So the better way would be, forgive me. And even the Hawaiians in Ho'oponopono use that word instead, forgive me, by you taking the responsibility for what you did. So that pretty much wraps up what we talked about, power of thoughts. Just remember that everything that you think, feel, sits in your body and does linger there and creates energetic blocks or flows. So always watch what you think, what you think about others, and most importantly, watch what you think about yourself. So next month is Denise Cook crystals with Nature's Glitter. We're going to learn about the history, how to use them, what is the basic vibration, and how they have different vibrations, basic mineral information, and experimenting with vibrations inside crystals. Thank you for joining us. I'll check in with you next month. Have a good evening.